Cheney was to travel later today to Oman and Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where he was scheduled to meet with the Saudi royal family about the massive U.S. military defense code named Operation Desert Shield. Cheney is the highest-ranking U.S. official ever to visit the Arab Emirates. A group of 7 Lucent landsitters also said the first time one of the moderate Arab governments in the Southern Gulf region has publicly announced such overt military cooperation with the United States, even though several states in this region have quietly worked to help such U.S. operations as the reflagging of Kuwaiti tankers during the Iran-Iraq War. Cheney, in a departure statement made at the Sheikh's waterfront marble place, said he was pleased with the Emirates. Also agreed to accept some forces of Arab and other nations as part of the multinational efforts underway to defend the Persian Gulf region. I am especially pleased that U.S. forces among those accepted by the UAE in the defense of the Gulf. Cheney said, I was able to visit some other crews of the C-130s and which are now operated from here. A senior Pentagon official traveling with Cheney said he was able to come in, and now many of the huge Air Force transport aircraft would operate at the Emirates, but at least 5 of them were seen along with the tarmac when Cheney's plane arrived at Bataan Air Base. The official also said he did not know what the other countries might be sending forces to the Emirates, and on Sunday the United Arab Emirates announced it had agreed to the deployment of Arab and friendly forces on its territories to help defend the region. And direct sources have here and the Sunday has been approved by the deployment of U.S., Egyptian, and Pakistani troops, but it was not immediately known that those other nations planned to send forces here. The Pentagon official said 2 KC-135 Air Force refueling tankers were still in the Emirates. In Fort Bragg, after growing out of an army brat, Sandy Van Kensel became an army wife and said it wasn't long before her husband was off to Vietnam. All of those experiences are now headed his way again in Saudi Arabia. Bob Fernandez report. For those who have been in administration with the army for a lengthy time, it's not so difficult to try taking into time from the day and the night. Skills opportunities for networking with our wives and support groups and distributing red and white and blue ribbons. We know what our husbands' jobs are like. It's not a big surprise that Mrs. Van Kennel, whose husband joined the army 21 years ago. For younger wives, it's more difficult. 21 years ago, Kerry Roche was born. Recently, when her soldier husband turned 21 himself, he learned that he would, among the thousands deployed as part of the force to deter a possible Iraqi invasion of Saudi Arabia, she was unprepared. I think my whole generation, I guess we're kind of naive. We don't remember the war, she said, referring to Vietnam. We never really thought that this would be happening. I never knew when he went into the army. It's hard to believe it's actually happening. That's not to say that the officer's wife is nonchalant and that the young specialist's wife is overwhelmed as he works in a long hours preparing, overwhelmed as he works long hours preparing for this. She waits for him to ship out at any time. In the both of the wives, versus the SEAL military charges them in both of the laughs and the births and nervousness. Both women who spoke on the condition their husband's first names not be used, find some refugees in routine. Birthday parties go on, soccer camps go on, said the 42-year-old Mrs. Van Kennel, who has a 13-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter. School starts next week with normal routine. At the same time, there's an out of ordinary routine for the deployment began. I have a family since this meeting tonight, Mrs. Van Kemmel said. During the interviews, she was interrupted 3 times by a phone call. Unit by unit, soldiers spots to set up phone tree session, volunteer her name and number. On an earlier call, it had been from a wife who has only a learner's permit and couldn't drive alone. She got groceries. The Fort's family said another officers would send someone to help. Another call with the aid officers didn't come. They did it. They come and get you, Mrs. Van Kemmel told the woman. Asked if she had trouble sleeping, they said Mrs. Van Kemmel said yes, but I laughed not because I can't sleep. She said, it's because I'm too busy. Mrs. Walsh is getting less sleep in her 2 children, almost like 1 year and about straight. Wake up early and then a couple kept her late. I usually stay up until nightline goes off. She said I kept the little TV in the kitchen on all day so I can hear anything that comes on. Any reports? I always watch a lot of news, but now I watch 4 or 5 evening newsies. As she spoke, the little daughter blurted, my daddy's in the army. She sees sometimes on the news in the army, daddy's in the... Asked Mrs. Walsh that her husband could leave any time. Her steel packed and ready to go, she said. I wouldn't cry if it happened. And she said the deployment then asked a good words I've cried. It's not knowing what's going on really bad. Miss Walsh said her husband were high school sweethearts and both were to college briefly. He joined the service for the education benefits and give him discipline or something. His wife said he felt about needed that. It's not occurred. He's been in longer than we planned on. Her first straight off she smiled. She was about a unit of the second age. The first spent in Colorado far from both their families in Charlotte, North Carolina. Miss Walsh said she's happy in Fort Bragg. The whole community centered around the army, she said. Portable signs in front of the businesses and churches. Her messages such as God, best American on soldiers overseas. Rock music station plays the national anthem at noon. Just by Discovery who said, we're damn proud to be Americans, there. Added in the section one day last week, a van with a bumper sticker that read, Army spots as a special were waited in a convoy of a dozen busy medics ambulances, all drab with large white crosses turned eastward in the direction of ports where ships have been loaded military vehicles and equipment. The riders are everywhere. I wanted to take early today, everyone else and I kind of go and fight their normal life. Miss Walsh said it's just something that they see on TV. Maybe they think about it, but it's not as much as we think about it at the time. Feelings get mixed up, sadness, fear, pride. I just started becoming more aware of how lucky we are that we hear and I see all the things about other countries. Mrs. Walsh said, in living in the family's apartment, and now I feel like that in the United States is like a kind of the big brother, everyone else. And sometimes I think it's good, but it worries me. She picked up an 11-month-old son who had started to cry and excused herself to give him a cookie. Ms. Von Camel's son studied the Persian Gulf region last year in school, and she said he understands. He's coping well with the separation from his father, she said. Bob Verding, WRAL-TV Channel 5 News in Fort Bragg. In Raleigh, a sense of urgency and growing in a Southern Baptist moderates gathered this week in Atlanta to discuss how to use the financial power in the battles with the fundamentalists, one union leader said. We started to have a meeting, about 350 people come together in consultation, said Reverend Jimmy Allen, a meeting organizer and a former president of the denomination here. Now they're coming out of the woodwork. That's a real sense of urgency and interest that keeps the people manifesting here. Allen is chairman of the Houston-based Baptist Committee, one of the coalitions organizing a meeting at the Atlanta Market Center. Up to 2,000 are expected to attend. Moderates say that they wanted to set up a new funding system for which the moderate churches can funnel their contributions, cut it up, fundamentalists control the agencies. They also hope to forge a new coalition that could be the first step toward a separate denomination. The Reverend Daniel Vestal of Atlanta, a defeated moderate candidate, that said does not intend to go with the far, but others such as Stanell Hasley, director of the Southern Baptist Alliance, says a new denomination could be formed several years ago down the road. Shot, those who attend government purse strings, both state and local, are coming in ways to save money in the wake of rising gasoline prices. Sanitation crews in Charlotte turning off the trucks instead of letting them idle, and North Carolina school officials making statewide to preach energy conservation. And Union County officials are stockpiling fuel. In fact, the first Iraqi invasion on Kuwait, they bought 7,500 gallons of unleaded premium at $1.15 a gallon. State, local, and county governments are bracing for the effects of higher fuel prices on police cars, school buses, and ambulances. Some, like Charlotte sanitation truck drivers, are already taking steps to conserve. Others are waiting to see how badly they are hurt. Red Springs, authorities say that they can already tell the difference in the behavior of the drug deals stemming from investigations at Hope Robeson County Drug Task Force. The figures are in, and said Task Force Supervisor Bernice Wilkins, and those figures show that dealers are aware that the task force has increased likelihood of getting caught in both counties. The task force, funded by areas of state and federal money, is a 10-member team comprised of drug officials from the police and sheriff's departments of both counties. Operations funded by 2 years beginning July 1st from Red Springs headquarters. Drug deals, when they are being caught, are telling that is that they're worried. Wilkins said they are saying that he's worried about where coming. He said that the team have a variety of not so new techniques available to disrupt deals in different cars, and in the familiar face of a Hope deputy working in Robeson is effective. Wilkins then said other inspector tools are agents familiar with the drug activities and undercover investigations and new radio systems dealers can't on scanners. Wilkins said expanded jurisdiction when designed in the task force said that hurt either. He added, we're finding that a lot of hoax drug businesses coming from Robeson, and that's why we are concentrating on the country corners a little bit, he said, adding that. In Red Springs, a Pembroke man charged with drug violations Friday while seen being held without bond today this morning after authorities discovered he was wanted for a parole violation stemming from a first-degree murder conviction. Lacey Dwayne Laurie, also known as Buddy 31, who apparently violated parole, was charged with multiple cocaine charges. Cablevision Limited, which serves about 71,500 cable television subscribers, announced this week it will be begun construction of a system upgrade that will result in greater channel capacity by mid-1991. Subscribers inside the city may experience long outages as Cablevision works on Friday staging systems street by street. The interruptions, which the company states unavailable, may last from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. The upgrade of the Cablevision system, which was built in 1966 and 67, will place most of the hardware on the cable wires, but not the cable wire itself, said Buck Yarber. Cablevision's manager, taps, connectors, splitters, splices, and other passive electronic devices will be replaced with new equipment. When completion, Cablevision will have a capacity for 35 or more channels throughout the system. Yarber said the system operated at its nearest full capacity, now showing 27 channels on the air, he said. Lumberton's cable TV company will consider the addition of new satellite and other programming when the work is complete. Yarber said that he has no specific channels in mind, but they conducted an independent survey of the subscribers to see what they would like to see added to the system here. In Raleigh, Democratic U.S. Senator nominee Harry Wiggins said he received the endorsement of the State Policemen's Association and used the occasion to say he supports President Bush's decision to send troops to the Middle East. We made it clear to Iraqi President Saddam Hussein when he does anything, retaliation is going to be swift and sure. Gantz said in a Sunday news conference that message not to send home clearly to him. Gantz said he supports the worldwide economic sanctions imposed on Iraq as a meaning of a forcing the country to withdraw from its oil-rich neighbor Kuwait. Gantz is challenging Representative Republican Senator Jesse Helms. Officials of the Helms campaign would only question and respond to written questions after Gantz's news conference. Here. Senator Helms, as a senior ranking Republican on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, has supported policies which restored America's strength, which have led to the American foreign policy success, as spokesman Ben Spur said. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Flutke, president of North Carolina Police Benevolent Association, said Sunday that he equips the Saturday North Kent despite his opposition to the death penalty. We are impressed with Mr. Kent's integrity and that he has developed programs to attach home to law enforcement officers, said Fluck. And it 7 endorsement, Kent said he sends on the record of fighting crime while the mayor of Charlotte. He said he supports increasing benefits for law enforcement officers, raising standards to become an officer and adding police officer to the beat. John Midget, executive director of the association, said that the organization's member want a sentence that means that says for criminals and can agree. I still believe that the criminals ought to be sent to prison for a sentence that ought to come summary with a crime, he said. Kent said he suggested that criminals sent to the death instead to serve a life sentence without parole. Responsible working question, Ms. Burr said that Helms received an invitation to appear before the association's screening committee requested a reply only if Helms could attend. Kent also repeated his call for the public debate with the Republican incumbent. Peter Wiggins, WRAL-TV Channel 5 News, here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Here. Okay, Tom Suter will have the sports here. After this commercial break here. Okay, sports time. Tom Suter here. In Durham, North Carolina, like the baseball manager in the spring training, Duke football coach Barry Wilson must soon decide who will be a starter and relief at man at quarterback. The decision to start fifth-year senior Billy Ray or junior Dave Brown will be easy, but Wilson said he is in no hurry to make it. It would be a devotion of a capable guy in the wings, and if one guy's not getting it done, not usually him. Wilson said that Saturday at Duke's annual media day, it'll not be really other guy or put him in the doghouse. You might look at it like baseball pitcher, sometimes let just a matter of. Technically, what's in your lineup to combine both these skills and the fact that one guy can be hot and the other not, he said. Ray passed in 2035 yards and 15 touchdowns last season, but missed 3 games with a shoulder injury. Brown filled in 411 touchdowns at a school record 479 yards in the regular season finale against North Carolina. Because both guys are very experienced in game situation, I wouldn't feel any pressure to start in the quarterback before at least midweek in the South Carolina game, Wilson said. The starter decided to know that he will have the team for a sufficient time to get something going, Wilson said, but that's something token. I'm not going to wait until the fourth quarter to make a switch of it. He's not moving the ball. The line of coverage coach captured Blue Devils 8-4 last season with an appearance in an All-American Bowl opened the 99 season in September 1st in South Carolina. In addition to the Gamecocks, Virginia and Clemson also got the schedule in September, where he will transfer from Alabama several years ago, and Brown who claimed close to 64% of the passes after bursting open the scene late season, were outspoken when asked a question about the quarterback battle. And the two are good friends, but wanted to start. Ray, 6'3", 205 pounds, could have graduated last year, but chose to return for the final season. I'm not a big Patton guy. You don't think you win football games by doing that. Ray responded when asking about splitting time with Brown. You have to choose one guy. That's it for me. Ray said I come back because I want to play. I didn't come back to ride the pines. Brown 6'5", 200 pounds said he doesn't favor quarterback platoon season either. I think there should be one guy and someone on the side, and if the first guy gets in trouble for making a change. Brown said in the All-American Bowl last year, it would be back and forth. I was starting at the clock trying to figure out what I was going into. You can't really do that. We just want to win, and whoever would think better for the job to go out there and drift, Brown said. When it was that the battle came to a draw, Ray, the experience would be startability. Being a senior would be a certain bit of a credibility. Wilson said Duke's grand attack would be the capable hands of an all-ACC 1,000-yard tailback Randy Colbert returning. But question marks remain the wide receiver as one experiencing offensive line. Clark tonight, one of the most prolific wide receivers in college football history, is gone, and Walter Jones, who was suspended for display reasons, won't be back until the 6th game. Hopefully we'll have enough pieces to fit the puzzle. Ray said losing Clarkson is not the end of the world, and Duke's defense has improved and may have won in the conference best secondaries with junior corners Wyatt Smith and Quinton McCracken and the anchors. The Blue Devils, who gave up 246 points last season, will blitz less than Wilson. While being more of a safe defense, said linebacker Mark Allen, we plan to search some people down for a change, let the defense win some football games and take pressure off the offense, Allen said. In New York, as his house dwindled to just a few, George Steinbrenner had synced down with the ballpark he would like to take for 17.5 years. He entered probably in 1973 declared that he would restore the most famous franchise in American sports. That he did, but now he has extended via loaded knuckle right field toward answering questions about this end. He did not attend the New York Yankees 3-1 victory over the Seattle on Sunday. He arrived at Yankee Stadium 2 hours after the game ended. Already in his mission exile was evident that man's got to clean out his own desk, choke the security guard after the bus blew, and all day long people would wonder if there would be a Famous final scene. Reporters had searched the bowels of the ballpark waiting for a submarine to surface, much like the expeditions to photograph the Loch Ness Monster. Would he fire the general manager? Would he fire Hot Dog Vendor? Would he become in Buckner or one last time like in the Yankee Stadium like the final days? Steinbrenner must resign as the team's manager and general partner effective tonight unless a federal judge in Cleveland extends the deadline by issuing temporary renewal against Commissioner Faye Vincent. The resignation letter must arrive at the Commissioner's office by 5 p.m. in New York, but Rich Levin, the baseball spokesman, said it can be effective at midnight, the last place to know if it's midnight. Okay, Greg, official letter of the waiver right now. Here, take away, Greg. Okay, thank you very much. Charlie and Donna here. Right now, our current conditions at Raleigh Durham Airport at 6 o'clock on this Monday, August 20th, 1990. We have a temperature of 90 degrees as our temperature here in Raleigh, Durham. And around the region, it's 93 out in Winston-Salem, 91 in Hickory and in Charlotte, 93 in Sanford, 95 in Fayetteville, 93 in Goldsboro, 92 in Kinston, 91 in New Bern, 91 in Jacksonville, it's 92 out in Havelock, 91 in Wilmington, North Carolina, 86 in Myrtle Beach, 80 in Charleston, 90 out in Columbia, 96 out in Columbia, 90 in Sumter, 95 in Spartanburg, 97 in Greensville, 91 in Kingsport, 92 in Knoxville, it's 87 out in Atlanta, 93 in Athens, and it's 95 out in Augusta, Georgia. Here. Okay. Current conditions around the right now at Raleigh Durham Airport at 6 o'clock. 92 degrees of temperature, heat index 101, dew point about 33 degrees, and humidity 54%, and barometer 3.04 inches visibly, 4 miles, winds not it's about 7 in condition, it's drizzly skies here. And take a look. Rain fell in the Midwest earlier today, and thunderstorms descended on the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and skies everywhere in the United States where most of the skies has rain from the Mid-Atlantic states down to the 7 Great Lakes and active weather forecast for Tuesday indicates showers in the northwest, and a band of thunderstorms expected from Montana to the New Mexico here, and into the Oklahoma here, and rains predicted from Minnesota, Iowa, and across the Great Lakes region to the Virginias, and scattered thunderstorms are expected in some areas around the south here. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. Will be go like this for Raleigh Durham Triangle. It'll experience variable cloudiness and continued hot temperature with a 4% chance of showers and thunderstorms both tonight and Tuesday. Low tonight will be in the low 70s, and tonight Tuesday it'll be near 90 degrees. It'll be light wind beaches here. A light wind tonight. North Carolina, South Carolina beaches tonight and Tuesday with variable cloudiness that prevail with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Will be in the low 70s, and that will be around 90 degrees, and the chance of rain is 30% tonight and 40% on Tuesday. And North Carolina tonight and Tuesday there'll be a light variable cloudiness with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. The low will be around the mid-60s, and the high Tuesday will be around 90 degrees. Extended forecast for the period on Wednesday for Friday calls for the chance of mainly afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday and Thursday, dry weather occurring in the west on Friday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the east. And sunrise tomorrow morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Sunset tonight, 7:59 p.m. And that is going to be it for the WRAL-TV 5 News Evening Report on this August 20th, 2014. Charlie Cannon alongside Donald Graves here for a good evening, and coming next on Channel 5 will be the CBS Evening News with Dan Rabbit. We'll be back for the WRAL-TV 5 News at 11 o'clock. You have a good evening here.